Nope. I'm the kind of guy that would wear a wig and join a Beatles impersonation group and find a really good Lennon, first Hollywood Lennon. I had him. I would learn the Beatles catalog on bass and I'd learn to sing and play it. And I just took so much fucking drugs to do it. I stayed up for a month at a time. I learned the entire shit. I Would people pay $25 a ticket back then, and they come out and you're in other states and you wear tuxedos all the time, and you got a cushy fucking itinerary, and people provide for you, and there's always cameras in your face, and you're always meeting important people. You don't make mistakes. That's rehearsal. When you do that so much, like 3 days a week, and you only play one record, or in our case, we played all four or five Beatle records, and enough time's gone by in the world where we could do that. So that's all we play, because I'm in no other band at that point. After like 3 months, you ain't gonna make mistakes, dude. But if you come in and you just pick an album out of the 30 you got on the wall, and you're like, to play it flawlessly, no, you'd have to. Well, I do most times, yeah. But it's not that hard. No, but when you're rehearsed, you're rehearsed. You'd never see me at a show. I don't think I've ever made a mistake in my life live, because it's my shit. When I'm writing, my own songs and singing it, you can't afford to when there's people standing there. And I always make it a point to be rehearsed. After the first, after you do 3 days a week, you do 2 later on, and then you do, then you rest, and you just keep playing that album until you get sick of it. That's how it goes, dude. I told you 1,000 times on the first Donatos channel. What you're seeing is man rides his couch with guitar. You know what I'm saying? And that's basically what it would be. You'd see me walk in, turn on the lights, change my shoes like Mr. Rogers and play drums, or fucking sit down and just play along with the radio. I know so many songs, dude. I know more songs to play than you've heard. Yeah, I processed it like a fucking Rain Man. I fucking went through the whole catalog of everything before I was like 18. Of Tin Pan Alley shit all the way down until Deep Blues. Anything I liked, and I lived it. And I moved on, shot my wad, and went on to the next thing. It's a nice thing for you to, when I'm rehearsing and playing scales and you're soloing everything. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. What would you do? Sit in a room and play scales to the wall and never apply them? Well, that's why you suck. I'm showing you practical application and how to stay on top of your instrument and master it well. After all, I blow you the fuck away, so you might want to just, if you can't figure out what I'm doing, that's the simple little ritual I'm doing. And people enjoy it, usually. They always did. Yeah. The shit you say is preposterous. It's like whatever, dude. You can say what you want about what kind of lover I am. I never said I was. Fucking, but I'm the first class musician. I'm better than any guy you got, chances are. I could play your whole band. I'll play the drums, bass, sing the shit, play guitar, and I'll play keyboard. And then I'll fucking overdub a triangle and tambourines. You'll be like, why do I even need to be here? The producer will go home. That's usually how it goes. I don't do shit according to the RIAA outdated standards of this, that, or play volume wars. I just make music concrete, dude. Just, little ditties about, Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer true, are over, What am I going to get a barbershop quartet and spin a yo-yo down up on my hands? Nah. I'm just a musical motherfucker. I'll be there blowing a harmonica or blowing on a fucking leaf and making bird sounds. I'm a musical motherfucker. And I like noise too. I'm a great lover. So for you to talk is ridiculous. That's how people practice. When you listen to people make beats or something, you don't you know what I mean? You understand what they're doing at least. You act like you have no conception of what I'm doing, and if you're talking about certain guitars, specify the guitar. Don't make a comment on a top stellar guitar I'm playing that day and attribute it to another piece of shit in my collection that I just like. That's preposterous. I'll show you an $800 tag, and you want to reduce it to $150. My nuts on your mom and grandmother and everybody. Fuck you. You know damn well what it is. I show you the serial numbers, everything. And then one motherfucker had to call me out. I'm like, shut the fuck up. This is a reason why you gotta lie about some gear. Because you tell Summer and she writes it down in her fucking book, and then all of a sudden there's a goddamn deficit of guitars. And yeah, And why Diodario Strings had to shut down because of that bitch. I'm serious. Gibson Guitars wrote me a fucking strong letter and reprimanded me like a child. And then I almost had a nervous breakdown. But then I sat there for 10 minutes and got pissed. And I wrote back to the guy of Quality Control. I told him to suck my dick in hell. That I don't give, I'm the best motherfucker alive, etc., etc. And Fender never did that to me. They stayed true to me. Even though I accused them of copying me, which they did, and I was stoked about it, but it just freaked me out. I'm thinking, this is a weird coincidence. This is weird. But they were nice. And Danelectro was more than fucking nice. His family. Oh my God. I was like, yes. This guy of Quality Control and the new owner. Yeah, well, Gibson ain't the same company anymore. You might as well go back to Kalamazoo. Gives a fuck about guitar anyway. You know what I'm saying? Some guy condescending me. Well, that's the thing about America, Aaron. You got to spend the big bucks to play like we play. Just there on Instagram, like, really? Huh? Yeah. Don't act like you didn't see my videos. What the fuck are you doing? They're turning screws, motherfucker. I'm best. I should be the only spokesperson for that shit. Unless you got Vernon Reid, you ain't got nobody that can fuck with me. I'm the tastiest fucker alive. Mistake. You wouldn't even know what I was doing in the vernacular of playing to even identify a mistake. I'll be there singing this shit too, and I'll be pulling magician shit should I do fuck up, and you'll think I intended it. But we rock so hard. There's no meter for mistake. I go out there play rock and roll. There's no room for mistake. Most of the songs are 3-chord ditties. You just got to know the specific riff to that 12-bar blues jammy. You don't know what you're doing, dude. See, if you want help with shit, I'll sit there and help you all fucking day, but you don't even give a fuck about that. You just like running your mouth. And how you gonna talk about less? I mean, your thumbnails are just fucking ridiculous. You got the one guy talking about the cheap Les Paul versus the studio standard, but in the thumbnail he's holding up a goddamn Telecaster. But to answer your question about the table made, the guitar, it was a bass made of the original Gibson Ripper bass. I got one. Like the one Mike Dirnt had from Green Day. I got one. It's in storage. I can't wait to hook it up. I cannot fucking wait. Actually, it's an Epiphone version of that from '95, but it's really nice. It's got that big fucking pickup. I got it from one of my best friends. I forgot what I traded for it. But he's like, I'll give you the Ripper. And I'm like, what? I don't know. It's got that big badass bridge. It's an amazing. Go look that up. The Gibson Ripper, the 1976 Gibson Ripper bass, or the '95 Epiphone. I can't wait to put that together. It's a fucking nice bass. It just sings the way it's set up. But I got a lot of freaky guitars. I don't know how that happened. If you're patient enough, you can get them all.